Hello, 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 and welcome to the I Wish I Knew section of Indie Movie Mastery. I am talking with director producer Dominik Rausch today, and we are going to ask him what he wished he knew 10 years ago when he started his film career about funding. So, Dominik, what do you wish you knew about funding?
I wish I knew that it is not impossible to get an agent or a producer, an established producer to your project. And in fact, it's one of the most, I think, reliable ways of getting a movie funded because you like with an agent or with a producer who has a network, like not just any producer, it should be, someone who's established, who's done feature films before. They just have a network and they have a certain level of credibility that helps you, bring in a certain level of cast, a certain quality of crew. And it's just that credibility that an investor from a funding perspective, I think it's a little easier to write that check rather than to, a first time filmmaker who's coming with none of that experienced talent, attached to the team.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like I said, in the development little video, is a great script is that currency. So like, yeah, of course it's like, well, how do I get an agent? They're only going with big celebrities and all that. It's not always true. Like there is, even at big agencies, if you come in with an amazing script, you'd be surprised at how willing people are to meet and like help you get the project across the finish line. So I think that's a secret or just a lesson I had to learn, that funding is not always like, oh, let's just try to do Kickstarter, or let's try to get our family or like some rich guy to fund it. Because unless you have an agent or a producer attached, the next part of the funding question then becomes like, how do we distribute the project? And if it's your family funding your movie, they don't know how to distribute a movie. An agent and a producer does. So like it kind of comes. I think it's a win-win. So
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, all of our viewers, to summarize, do not be afraid to go after an agent. Think long term, big picture, and approach them with a really great script. Thank you for that insight, Dominik Rausch. And if you guys would love to hear more from Dominik, he is the featured podcast guest this week on Indie Movie Mastery, and you can get that podcast at indiemoviemastery.com. You can also see more of his I Wish I Knew videos here on YouTube or again at indiemoviemastery.com. And next, we're going to talk to him about what he wished he knew regarding production. So check that video out as well.